Hi guys, Bones here. In today's episode of Baller Month, we're going to be looking at the first week of the NBA season, specifically for the Lakers. So, for the first week of the NBA season, Lakers have played 4 games. They went 2-2, so they had 2 wins and 2 losses, which I think is okay, especially when you think they're missing Luka for last 2 games against the Sacramento Kings and Portland, and they were missing LeBron for all 4 games. And to be fair to Austin Reeves, he has stepped up big time, especially against the Sacramento Kings and the Timberwolves. So, in the first game of the season, I saw bits of it, especially against the Warriors. Luka had a good game, but like I said, we need more than Luka to be able to beat top teams. I was very disappointed. However, I wasn't going to go all out and kill the team like most media members were doing, saying Lakers are trash, blah, blah, blah. First, I wouldn't judge the Lakers until maybe the first 15, 20 games of the season. Like Butler got so many free throws in that game was absolutely scandalous. He was just foul baiting the whole game, and the ref absolutely bought every single one of them. Steph Curry was okay in that game. However, Luka was very, very good. Austin Reeves took a while to heat up. He heat up kind of late in the game. However, it was too late for Lakers to get the victory. And in game 2 against the Timberwolves, I watched the game. Luka was surgical in this game. He ended up with 49, 11, and 8. That was an incredible stat line, in my opinion. Luka, like I said, he's my pick for MVP this season. If he stays healthy, I don't see why Luka can't win the MVP. However, I'll go through one of the reasons why we might have a problem with that pick, simply because of Wembanyama towards the end of the video. So he was hitting all his shots from trees, his mid-range. He was getting others involved. Just a typical Luka game, the vintage Luka game you would expect. Like 49, 11, and 8 is absolutely crazy. He also had the free throws in the end to make it 50, but he missed the free throws, which was hilarious. And Rui chipped in with 23 points. Reeves chipped in with 25, 7, and 11. Like I said, Austin Reeves this season is primed. He's on par to get an All-Star to be an All-Star this season. Like I said, Austin Reeves on par to get an All-Star this season. I don't see why he's not going to be an All-Star. Whenever Luka's out, LeBron's out, he's going to be carrying this team. Even when they're playing, I think Reeves is going to have a big say in how the Lakers go forward. But what I do worry of is with the backcourt of Luka and Reeves, simply because I don't think they're physical enough. When they play very athletic guards, we're going to be struggling, in my opinion. What I would add I saw Marcus Smart and Vanderbilt in this game. Marcus Smart, he's very, very. I like Marcus Smart simply because he adds that defensive intensity, the grit and the toughness that Lakers lacked in the last couple of years. I think he adds that into the team. And Vanderbilt came off the bench and he was just chasing guys around. That's what he's good for. He offensively, Vanderbilt is absolutely terrible. However, defensively, he's very, very good. And we eventually got the win in this game by 8 points, which is very, very good. That was Lakers' first victory. That was against the Timberwolves. Against the Kings, before the game, we heard Luka was out for a week for a jammed finger, and he had, I think, an issue with his groin, which is not great to be honest. I said apparently he's going to be out for a week, so it's not a long period to be out for. So I can't wait to see Luka get back on the court, because the West is a bloodbath. You don't want to be out for a long time and fall behind the teams and try to make up victories late on in the season, like we saw last season with Golden State Warriors and Clippers. Reeves ended up with 51 points, 11 and 9. He was 1 assist short of a 50-point triple-double, which is crazy. Austin Reeves, like I said, he is primed to be an All-Star this season. He absolutely carried that team, in my opinion. Shout out to DeAndre Ayton. He got 22 points and 15 rebounds this game. That was his first double-double. It was a huge game for the Lakers. He had a huge game for the Lakers. And I felt Jack LaRavia in this game was very, very good. And he hit a huge 3-point from the top of the key late on in the game, when the game was kind of going away from the Lakers. I think they were only up by 2-3 points really late on. And Jack LaRavia pulled up to the top of the key and he hit a huge 3 points. I'm a huge fan of Jack LaRavia. His shot-making ability is very, very good from the tree. And he can also defend as well. So I'm very, 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 very impressed with these pickups so far this season. And then against Portland, we lost. However, the second night we're back-to-back, you have Luka, LeBron, Marcus Smart missing. The other center, I can't remember his name anymore, he's missing as well. There's a lot of players that are missing last night, so I believe it was disappointing to lose, but I believe that was a shed loss for the Lakers. The second night we're back-to-back. The players looked tired late on. Offensively, I felt Jack LaRavia was very, very poor. We needed more. Reeves done his thing again. He ended up with, I think, 41 points. However, we really need to be more. That's what frustrates me about Rui Hachimura. He has all the attributes there to be a top offensive player in this league. However, he's just so timid. He's so inconsistent as well. One night you get 23 points, 24, 25 points from him attacking the rim, hitting all the shots. Next night you might get 8 points, 12 points. That's not good enough, especially when LeBron is out. When LeBron is out, you need to be able to give us a solid over 20 points per game Rui Hachimura. That's why I get frustrated with Rui Hachimura, in my opinion. Marcus Smart was also missing last night against Portland. So for me, I believe that's one of the main reasons why we weren't very good defensively. We missed his toughness and grit out there. Vando came on defensively, was okay, but offensively he did chip in to give us 14 points, which was very, very good overall. Without Luca and LeBron, without LeBron for all the games, without Luca for two of the games, starting 2-2 isn't bad. But like I said, the West is a bloodbath. You don't want to be far behind early in the season, trying to catch up wins and make the playoffs or the playing. You don't want to be in the playing situation. When you're in the playing situation, you play like 2 games to get out of it. Then you start play the playoffs straight away. Obviously, there's a higher chance of injury, and with Lakers' history of injuries and muscle injuries, you don't want to be in the plane. So you need to get ahead and finish maybe top 3 and 4 seeds, like I did last season. Luka's out for a week. Hopefully, he comes back and just pick it up where he left off. He's been fantastic so far this season. LeBron is supposed to get reevaluated in 3 weeks' time. So, like I said, the timeline for LeBron, you could be looking at LeBron coming back in December. I know they said mid-November, but I don't think he's coming back in mid-November. He's suffering from sciatica. That's a very, very tough thing to suffer because sometimes you feel like you're okay, and then sometimes you just don't feel right at all. So I feel LeBron, like in this LeBron, he's gonna be looking at a couple of weeks out still. Hopefully when he comes back, he still looks like the last season LeBron or some of the last season because we need that type of LeBron to be able to challenge for anything this season. Um, that's pretty much it for me. And also my prediction for the top players in the NBA, I didn't have Wembanyama in it. My apologies. I'm so sorry, Wembanyama. He started this season off as probably one of the best players I've seen in my whole entire life. He's been absolutely killing everybody. Like he's breaking records that has never been broken in the NBA. Like in my opinion, if he keeps this up, he's going to win the Defensive Player of the Year and he's going to win the MVP as well, which is absolutely scandalous for a player. Like Wemby is going to be one of the best players of all time. The Jordan and LeBron debate is going to look absolutely silly when let's say in 10, 15 years time, or maybe 10, 15 years time, when if Wembanyama continues to dominate. I think that Wembanyama has potential to be the best player of all time. He's certainly one of the best all-rounder players. Like defensively, he's just unbelievable. Offensively, he's very, very good. But his offensively can still improve. But like I said, Wembanyama, my goodness, he's absolutely killed everybody so far. Every single team he's played, he's been absolutely fantastic. Honestly, I have no words. He's probably one of the best athletes I've ever seen as well. A guy like 7'3", 7'4", moving the way he is, fluid, able to dribble him to hit trees, step back trees, get to the rim, block shots is absolutely scandalous. Like I honestly know I have no words to describe Wembanyama. So yeah, like I said, the MJ and LeBron debate is going to look so stupid and silly in about 15 years time if Wembanyama continue to dominate. That's pretty much it. Thank you very much for making the end of my video. Make sure to click on the subscribe button. I do appreciate the love and support. Have a lovely weekend. I'm going to come back for week 2. I want to see how the Lakers fare. Hopefully, we have a winning record this time next week. Thank you very much. Have a good weekend.